This week for the car news brings us new car regulations for automatic braking technology by 2029, Tesla Cybertruck recall specification and repair procedure, as well as new Lamborghini Urus hybrid, and more. First story. Tesla Cybertruck is pretty close to be done with its recall and now it's back on the road. Nearly 100% of trucks were repaired in a month. To get you up to speed, the problem occurred when some of the Tesla Cybertruck owners start posting the videos on YouTube, TikTok, and X in regard that they lost control over the acceleration pedal. Not great. The TikTok user El Chapito 1985 posted this aftermath video on how he regained the control after pedal got stuck at 100%. He also demonstrated exactly how it's happened and why. In simple terms, the top decorative cover of the acceleration pedal slides up and it's stuck under the dash in the gap. Days later, Tesla did recall all 4,000 trucks and release a recall note. With following statement, quote, "This recall includes all model year 2024 Cybertruck vehicle manufactured from November 13, 2023 to April 4, 2024. All owners can check if their vehicle is affected by entering their VIN number, either the Tesla VIN recall search or NHTSA VIN recall search tool. The official recall paper have the information on how to schedule the service with the Tesla, which is as simple as going on the Tesla app, request the service, other something else, and entering the note, open recall repair Cybertruck acceleration pedal pad into the description concerned field." This is great, and it was really fast response as well as repair, which is pretty interesting as the Tesla used a simple rivet and drill to attach the pedal back. A sort of barbarian method, but it worked and it's simple to apply. The ex-user Aroj Cash made a video when a Tesla service representative was repairing his truck. When I saw this video, I thought that it was just DIY, but it is official repair. And as you can see, it's quite simple, as after you set your appointment, the Tesla mobile service will come to your place and repair or replace the pedal. The procedure will take less than an hour, but in real time, it's under a minute. And it's obviously free of charge. Another proof is Tesla Service Bulletin, SB2433003. Apparently this is a recall procedure and parts what will be used in the repairs. That it basically say how much the repair is cost in correction description, the next 4 pages showing the application and all of the criteria for the job and all the supportive images. The next stop is the long-awaited software update for Tesla Cybertruck, which makes the car closer to what it was promised to be from the start. But it still have no autopilot and nobody knows when it will. So the biggest thing is a off-road mod, which did exist previously, but now it's improved and has more options for any type of driving, and it's supported by a 22-page Cybertruck off-road guide/manual. It includes breakdown of features and options as well as new onboard menu detailed explanation. It also has so-called best practice set. They even have section that named how to drive on certain surface. There's also a section for all sort of official modification, accessories, and some of the specification that they are more relevant to off-road. Overall, a really cool manual. It definitely will help to get into the car capabilities and features relatively fast. Update also brought stuff like differential locks, trail assist ride, and handling with a load, cyber tent mod, and some minor fixes and improvements. Overall, this was a big update for the Tesla, as they also have the release for their other models, which did improve UI, overall like performance, did increase response time, and add some other features. But as for the Cybertruck, it's really cool overall. What really concerns me is how many car manufacturers follow this trend, or delivering promised feature sometime after the car is released to never. And it happens more often in every industry, which is really sucks to consumer, because you buy a product for full price and only getting half of what you pay for it. People, it's called scam. Great if it's a respectful company as a Tesla, for example, that you know that they will deliver it, or like at some point they will get all the promise, like the same autopilot, for example. But for small companies, it's a cash grab, where if an unfinished product will get in the specter of bigger reviewer, it will be destroyed. And the outcome is like customer now sitting with the product that is have no functional, like, or it's really not a product. It just, I don't know, package that costs a lot of money and it's useless. Anyway, I'm here to deliver news and not to judge companies, but my suggestion is to hold yourself away for a little longer for especially for the beta products, unless you're really into idea and you genuinely wanted to support the company or the startup. In any case, let's move to the next story, which is automatic emergency braking for every car by 2029. The US Department of Transportation National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which is NHTSA, has recently finalized a new federal motor vehicle safety standard. This standard is called Automatic Emergency Braking, AEB, and the main purpose to save lives of pedestrians and decrease rear-end collision. The system will need to be installed in all passenger cars, SUV, and light trucks by September 2029. The implementation of this safety standard is expected to bring significant changes in road safety. It is projected to drastically reduce the rear end and pedestrian crashes, saving at least 360 lives annually and preventing at least 24,000 injuries, and saving more than $5 billion each year in property damage. The new rules require all new cars manufacturing starting in 2029 to include technology that can stop and avoid contact with a vehicle in front of them when traveling up to 62 miles per hour. It also mandates that it need to be able to detect pedestrians in both daytime and darkness. Furthermore, the system must apply the brake force automatically up to 90 miles per hour. This is indeed a great feature, and I do agree that this technology needs to be in every car on the road. But the standard is pretty high, and what concerns me is that even though their technology is rapidly increasing and autonomous driving is more available now than ever, there is still a lot of limitation. For example, AAA studies found that the AEB can prevent rear-end collision in nearly 80% while the car moving under 30 miles per hour. But just increasing the speed to 40 miles per hour, the success rate decreasing to 30%. And the NHTSA regulation is set to 62 miles per hour and even up to 90 miles per hour, which is somewhat possible, but the outcome will be price of the car. Anyway, there is still a lot of question about how the system will work, or what is the standardization, and how it's going to be approved. So I will keep this topic open for now and we'll revisit when it has more news. As for the next story is Lamborghini Urus SE. First ever hybrid Lamborghini was unveiled at the Auto China Beijing 2024 Motor Show. This is so-called new generation Urus, the first plug-and-play electric vehicle PHEV, luxury super SUV. With that said, the presentation material stated that it set a new benchmark in a segment with its new design, optimized aerodynamic, unprecedented onboard technology, and hybrid powertrain with an output of 800 CV. And if you didn't know what is CV stands for, which is chevaux per, horsepowers. But they're not the same. The Urus SE is powered by re-engineered twin-turbo 4.8 V8 engine, delivering 620 CV of power and 800 Nm of torque, working in perfect synergy with an electric powertrain and the system generating a total power output of 800 CV. With a max speed of 312 km per hour, or 193.87 miles per hour, and 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.2 seconds. The vehicle also features a new centrally located longitudinal electric torque vectoring system for the first time, with somewhat special or redesigned transfer case and the new electronic limited slip differential. What's new about it? Don't know, but would assume it's a torque distribution and all-wheel drive system. When every car manufacturer moving to all electric, the Lamborghini is slowly turning its head, and it's still saying it's new technology with its new CV power. The Urus SE redefined the stylistic canons of super SUV with the new design features including headlight cluster with matrix LED technology, updated bumper in the front grille, and a floating design hood that align with the design concept of the Revuelto model. The cargo compartment hatch featured a Gallardo-inspired design style with a taillight cluster connected with the Y-shaped light and new rear diffuser. Article also say the interior design follows the "feel like a pilot" concept, featuring a 12.3-inch central touchscreen with a new human-machine interface (HMI), allowing enhanced interaction between the driver and the digital system. The company also presented the Revuelto model, the first super sport V12 hybrid plug-and-play performance electrified vehicle (HPEV), powered by a natural aspirated V12 engine combined with a system of 3 electric motors. Revuelto can deliver stunning 1015 CV, which is basically over 1000 horsepower, with a top speed exceeding 350 km per hour or 217.48 miles per hour, and the ability to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 2.5 seconds. And the price is to be revealed in the future. Overall changes, as always, are impressive. Design-wise, it's definitely Lamborghini, and I would assume the price will be appropriate. Okay, let's move to the last story, which is basically 3 combined stories in one, but they're pretty relevant to each other. Car maker sales are in chaos. People buying more used cars and EVs, which causing the slowdown for the other new car manufacturers. Several companies released their earnings for Q1 2024, and data is very interesting. We have a report from Rivian EV car manufacturing increasing its production in Q1 by 71%, whereas the Toyota, Honda, Subaru sales going up and the Ford, Hyundai, Kia and Mazda slowing down, causing overall new car sale to drop by nearly 4% in April of 2024. On the other hand, the Carvana revenue for Q1 2024 is increased by 17% comparing the last year. Carvana claimed that the net of Q1 is 49 million in revenue, which is up to 17% comparing to the last year. The company stated 286 million loss last year, but they somehow managed to make 49 million in profit in Q1 of 2024 for the same period pretty much. They moved nearly 92,000 vehicles, which is up by 16% comparing the last year, and this info is also supported by 37% jump in pre-market trading and stock market rise by nearly 1200%, over 1200. Carvana CEO Ernie Garcia calling it their best quarter ever. He stated, quote, "In the first quarter we deliver our best result in company history, validating our long-held belief that Carvana's online retail model can deliver industry-leading profitability while delivering industry-leading customer experience. We're reaching new Q1 milestones for all key profitability metrics." Carvana CEO Ernie Garcia. Another company that grows like bamboo tree is Rivian. Rivian released Q1 production figure where it sets date for first quarter 2024 result. The delivery of R1S, R1T and Rivian vans increased by 71%, and the company aiming to produce 57,000 cars in 2024, which is a pretty believable number as the company already has an exclusive agreement with Amazon for its electric cargo van and potentially AT&T. Also, it's recently been approved for access to over 15,000 Tesla fast charging stations across the North America, which makes things much easier for the company. At last, the autonews.com posts another article on global data preliminary report that the brands like Ford, Hyundai, Kia and Mazda sales were deflating and Toyota, Honda, Subaru sales rise. Based on the report, the overall sales was 3.9% lower than the last year, and based off US light vehicle sales, this drop we're expecting 2% in April. The 2% is not much, although it's much different from what to be expected. And we can see how the industry is changing with all of the new EV entries and technologies, regulation, increasing, decreasing certain brand sales, which more like a natural selection, and the stronger will absorb the weaker one. We clearly can see that the EV market is expanding like crazy, although how and when we're gonna be pushed toward those changes is still to be determined. But I'm more than sure that our generation will be the witness for those changes as industry shifting faster than ever, except maybe Lamborghini. But still, Lamborghini have they moving in right direction, slowly but surely. But although they luxury brand and they know how to make cars, and I'm not the best judge for it. And that's it for this week. Expect a new episode in 2 weeks on Friday, and don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.